Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're going to be taking a look at r/cheating stories, where a homewrecker is now extremely bitter that she's getting used as a side chick. Let's begin. My manager has been having an affair with a married man for 10 plus years. She is convinced he's going to leave his wife and family. Posted by Reddit user OK Rooster.
If you want the full story, let me know. But for now I need to get rid of this secret. What I might delete. So long story short, the math working with manager for 6 years now. She was dating him for 2 years when I met her. She claims she made him chase her for 2 years. 10 years-ish. He's married since 2011. He can't leave because he'd get screwed in the divorce and his wife would turn the kids against him. Manager is waiting on the promise he'll leave when the kids are old enough to understand and not be turned against him. He claims she will get custody because he is always at work. Neither of them have any respect for the fact that she is a stay-at-home mom, with the mindset after 12 years of marriage and babies she isn't entitled to his money. Sorry for my rant there. On the other hand, he is extremely controlling with my manager. He gets very jealous, gaslighting, manipulating and picks fights when you see he needs to be with his family. Manager doesn't see this. His wife caught them red-handed and he swore up and down to wifey and asked manager to do the same that it was one time. Not the 6 years it was at the time. They had 2 more kids. The first baby was towards the early in pandemic and the second straight after. His excuse was the first was an IVF baby, and the second he claims his wife got him drunk and they had sex. They're still together, he is still her boyfriend. He still has a wife and 4 kids. She doesn't know when she will be with him, but she knows he hates his wife and only loves her.
OP, I sincerely believe that you should go talk to his wife so she could finally destroy him. As for your manager, she deserves everything that comes her way. She is a willing and informed homewrecker after all. And now for today's second story. My 9-year cheating story. Posted by Reddit user Katie Bear.
So I've had 3 long-term girlfriends over the last 9 years. I am still currently with my girlfriend of 4 years who I am planning to propose to. I met the first of these girls online where I had started talking to lots of girls, exchanging nudes, video chatting and getting close. I was 18 and recovering from my heart being broken. I was talking to about 15 girls seriously on Kik and several others on Snapchat and Skype. I am English with a typical English accent and I'm very tall. Women seem to love this and I was loving all this attention, especially from all these American girls. A few girls I talked to were from England, with one being a few hours. We started dating and she would visit me at university regularly, staying almost every weekend. Not knowing I was still talking to some girls still. I did this our entire relationship of 2 years. I love this girl, but I love some of the girls I was talking to at the time as well, and I still speak to them now. That girlfriend was cheating on me, so we broke up eventually. My next girlfriend of a year and a half is as important to me. I actually deleted some of the apps I talked to the girls on and disappeared for 3 months. I tried, but then I found myself crying and missing them like a real breakup. I re-downloaded the apps and 4 or 5 of them came back to me saying they missed me. I stayed with the real-life girl for another year while juggling the online girls. We broke up with issues about our future. I then started seriously talking to my favorite online girl about maybe going to visit her. Before we could make concrete plans, I started seeing my current girlfriend of 4 years. This girl is different because I have cheated on her with 4 different girls in person multiple times, saying I was going to see a band somewhere in England, visiting these girls and fucking them. Eventually ending things with those girls as I was worried they would say something, as most of them knew of my real girlfriend. I am still with my current girlfriend and have brought a ring to propose to her with and have a significant amount of money saved for a wedding. I truly love her, but I love some of the girls I am talking to as well. I've known some of them 4 to 9 years now. Some are married with kids, some are still single, hoping we can be together one day. I have met a lot of their family members over video calls and have sent birthday presents and done phone dates together. This is a problem I can't stop myself. I genuinely do love all these girls, current 4 in total plus my girlfriend in real life. I just can't leave any of them. They all mean so much to me. I am currently fucking a girl who lives 5 minutes from my house and sexting another girl in my town. I can't stop myself and don't think I ever will be able to.
I understand that this is just a fake story so you can get fake internet points. But dude, come on. At least be a little bit more creative and try to use what little brain cells you have left. And now for today's third story. Am I the asshole for telling my husband's children that my house isn't their family home and it's not my fault their mom lost theirs? Posted by Reddit user Round Life.
I married my husband 2 years ago. He has 2 kids, 24 female and 22 male. He had a very nasty divorce from their mom that was fought out over the course of years. Part of the reason for the marriage ending was she had a drug problem and blew through their savings and was running up credit cards he didn't know about to pay for it. The divorce finalized when the youngest was 16. She wanted the house in the divorce, which was a big part of the fight. She ended up getting it. She immediately moved in her addict boyfriend and another couple they used with, and the house ended up getting destroyed and falling into foreclosure, and they then proceeded to squat in it and had to be forcibly removed. Because my husband and his ex ended up also having to file bankruptcy, he had been living in a friend's basement when I met him due to his credit being wrecked. Fast forward, we are married, he moves into my house, got a prenuptial agreement. He can't be on the mortgage due to his credit anyways. His ex and kids are living with grandparents. His kids and ex don't like me, they refer to me as that cunt, but at this point they are all adults, so I'm not going to force things with them. Grandparents recently had to sell their home and they are now living with their mom's friends. They asked if they could move in with us and I said no. Both got angry and started telling me that this was their dad's home and that makes this their family home too, and it wasn't up to me if they could live there or not. They started spouting off every insult they could think of. I interrupted them and told them it in fact was not their family home, and if they were looking for their family home, they need to go talk to their mom because she chopped it up and put it up her nose, and that wasn't my problem. A huge part of the reason I don't want them here is that their mom has since squatted multiple places, forcing roommates to have to threaten her with eviction to get her out, and basically told the last one she would leave for a certain amount of money. The kids and her are very close, and I don't want that happening in my house. We also have reason to believe the oldest may be using.
You are not the asshole here, OP, but I highly suggest getting your husband to deal with his adult children. You shouldn't have to deal with them disrespecting you, and they especially should not be claiming your house as their family home when they are adults. It sounds like they have some growing up to do, jobs to find, and a place of their own to call home. And now for today's final story. Am I the asshole for punishing my 16-year-old stepdaughter after we found out she was bullying a kid for being poor? Posted by Reddit user Learning Parenting.
Hi Reddit. About 2 months ago my wife and I learned my stepdaughter was bullying a girl in school over being poor, getting free lunch at school and not being able to afford necessities such as her own nice car and stuff. Our daughter was kinda spoiled. We provided her with everything she needed along with an allowance and a part-time job at my company, small family service business. We've been considered middle class, doing things others weren't as privileged to do, such as buying our daughter a car on her 16th birthday. I come from a family of immigrants and was considered in poverty growing up. After learning about the bullying, I was furious as we thought we didn't raise her to behave that way. She was in honors and top ranking of her class. I tried to talk to our daughter over why she would do that, and I was disturbed to learn it was because she viewed that girl as trailer trash, which irritated me. The girl, from what I learned, is very smart and works hard. She bought her own beater car by herself and works 2 jobs. She considered the money our family had as our family's money, so I put her in her place and told her that it was not her money, but her mom and I's money. I decided from that point I was spoiling my daughter too much. We ended up taking away her latest iPhone and replacing it with my old iPhone 8 by switching phones with me, with a talk and text plan. We took away her family credit card, sold her car, along with her MacBook and other luxuries. I also told her she should or would have to find a job without nepotism and work a minimum wage job like everyone else her age, because I'm done giving her handouts if she's gonna act entitled. Fast forward 2 months later, she is working at a fast food restaurant with us driving her around. She doesn't talk to me unless she needs something like a ride, but is very upset with me. My wife feels like I am taking this too far because it's affecting her social status and grades in school.
That's stupid! You're stupid! Stop being stupid!
I, however, feel like she needs to be humbled because I can't have a daughter who will disrespect people just because of the amount of money they have. I also feel that her behaving this way will affect her younger sister and how she perceives the world. And the asshole for punishing my 16-year-old stepdaughter after we found out she was bullying a kid for being poor. Edit. I also like to add, we took away her MacBook but she still has access to the family computer in the house. Windows computer for school that is powerful and recently new. She still has Wi-Fi access at the house, however we did throttle her speed because high-speed internet is a privilege. She has fast enough internet to do homework and watch videos that aren't in HD like Netflix and stuff. She also isn't failing. She went from a straight A student to mostly B's and 2 A's, which I still find great. Edit 2. This blew up. I would like to clarify some things. Yes, we are upper middle class, not multimillionaires or anything like that, but enough to live comfortably. She is practically my daughter as I've raised her since she was practically 4 and her real father walked out on the family when she was 2. My wife helps runs the business and we both agree on punishments. We came to an agreement that I would make decisions with her on things. We did talk with the family and had her apologize to the girl at school. She was required to do 5 hours of community service at the school, volunteering for food drives and after-school activities due to the school's no bully policy. We also didn't force her to get a job. She wanted the job to get money so she could hang out with her friends and buy things she wanted. We just cut her off from her $15 per hour receptionist job for a non-nepotism job. We also warned her that if her grades become too unsustainable, she would be forced to quit her job and focus on school because she doesn't need extracurricular activities outside of school. She needs to focus on her education.
OP, you are 100% absolutely not the asshole here. Your daughter may be bitter now, but when she gets older, she will realize that this was an excellent lesson for her to be a respectable and kind adult. Well done, my friend. Also, just a suggestion. Maybe you should offer the bullied young lady the job you fired your daughter from, or maybe find her a better job so she doesn't have to work too. You may want to consider that. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.